Hello and welcome back to Have Your West Ham View. I'm Sam.
I'm Tom.
West Ham 25-man squad has been confirmed.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. Time to talk all things the squad. Lingard misses out, as we know. Let's jump straight into it.
Before we jump into it, I suppose this deadline day review was a bit of a disappointing deadline day, no ins or outs.
Yeah, I mean, from the lives we've done last week and everything like that, I was convinced Cornet was gone.
Yeah,
Ings off the wage bill.
Thought Kostic would come in.
Kostic potential, and we signed Andy Irving.
Yeah, who? Yeah, club legend, mate. You've gone out on loan straight away. That's dodgy, wasn't it?
But obviously, that's going to end up being like a feeder club for West Ham. But apart from that, you never know. It could be a blessing. You know, Chelsea have got that Vitesse Arnhem in
Mason Mount played there.
Holland, is it?
Yeah.
And like I said, they've always think Solanke was there. Probably wrong with that one. But so Mason Mount went there. We've now got a feeder club in Austria, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, very strange. Very strange.
Yeah, I did expect to bring in a few positions. I think we'll go into the squad. I think we might have, needed a striker. Well, actually, we did kind of think about, if Ings goes, we need a striker, or if this X and Y and Z happens, we need to bring people in.
Yeah.
We didn't lose anyone. As I said, we said earlier, Lingard might come in, but I think he's missed the Europa League squad, hasn't he? Group stage anyway.
He has definitely. I think it's a bit of a weird one. He played a behind closed doors game today, actually, against Ipswich.
Apparently, Cresswell scored a free kick as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is outside.
Back at where he was. Apart from the little picture of Jesse Lingard that we saw on Twitter going around in the West Ham kit on the pitch, don't know anything really about it, do you?
No, all I know is apparently Wolves have been knocking on his door a little bit, but he's given our word again to West Ham. I'm not too fussed either way. Second word, again. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Obviously, the Saudi Arabia window closes now, I think. So I don't know if he can go. He might be able to still go there as a free agent. But yeah, I mean, we've got a good squad. I'm not too fussed either way.
No, I've heard Galatasaray sniffing around him.
Yeah.
But whether he joins the squad or not, it'll be a good addition, especially if we pick up injuries. Obviously, in January, you redo the squad, don't you, as such?
And I think on that as well, Kudus, Ben Rama, Cornet all go to the AFCON, don't they? Cup of Nations.
Very good point. Very good point.
So Lingard will definitely fill in some game time there. And if we're in the Europa League still, I assume that'd be the latter end of the competition.
Yeah.
So, all in all, it makes sense if you bring him in. But he's got a lot of apologies to make, and he's got to knuckle down.
There's only one way of apologising, and that's
bagging goals.
Put
effort in.
Put the effort in. That game against Spurs where he played brilliantly. I just feel like, there's only one way he's going to win those fans back, and that's by scoring goals. Favourite signing? Who?
So many to pick from. No, I'm joking. We had a good window. We signed 4 players. There's a good amount. Oh, actually 5 if you include Irving. So he's my favourite signing.
Andy Irving, top player.
Yeah, straight to the next point.
I think favourite signings at the moment. Favourite signing is James Ward-Prowse.
Is it? Yeah. I've heard he might have picked up an injury.
There was initial concerns it was quite bad, but I think all the rumours coming out through X and whoever it may be is that it's just a minor. He had a scan. Right to your back, but I don't think it's as bad as first feared. So he's my favourite signing. Who's your favourite signing, mate?
Mine, Ward-Prowse has been unbelievable, but I'm going to go with Alvarez. I think he's slotted in, and the game against Luton quite recently, the build-up play to the Bowen header, he's just been as good as Declan Rice.
Yes.
Subscribe, like, turn the notifications on. We've got another episode coming up very shortly. But Alvarez, honestly, I really like him. I think all the signings, obviously, Kudus will be great. I think. Be interested to see where he introduces Mavropanos, Dinos, whatever his name is.
Dino's calf.
Yeah, where would he play? Would he play him? Would it be Europa League?
Well,
we'll see.
Just quickly going back to the deadline day point, the transfers.
Yeah.
There's rumours of Aguard actually being linked quite heavily with other people, but he's committed his future. He's committed his future to West Ham, which is good to see. Hit or miss with him, really. Do you like him? Do you not? But ultimately, last season he had the injury. It was in that final that we won, and a few big games for us. So, cool. Let's give him this season and see how things go. I think there's times where he looks like a Rolls Royce, so as I famously said when we drew 2-2 against Leeds. But then there's times where I just think, what was the game where we got the ball pinched in our own half? God, end of last season, do what I think. But when it was like played around the back and it got pinched off him, and they went down the other end and scored. I can't remember the game, but. It can be a bit of a liability.
He can. Over the Blackburn Cup game as well. I think it was early games he made a mistake. But then again, yeah, you're right. He does some unbelievable things. But with Mavropanos coming in, hopefully it gives him a bit of a kick up the arse. And also, he could come in and be unbelievable. We don't know. It looks really good. It looks like a bit of a goal scorer, to be honest.
He does. Dino's. So, Dino's.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. And then I think like diving into that 25-man squad, really. We've got a screenshot. Shout out to West Ham Central. We've pinched his tweet. So,
thank you, Central.
Here it is. Got to work this out. Yeah, what do you think, mate?
25-man squad. Let's run through it. So, Areola, Fabianski, Anang, the famous. Where is he from? Is it Senegal or Ghana or something?
I'm not sure.
We picked him up on like a little training day thing.
Did we?
Just like in wherever he's from. That's quite a good little story. Over the years, we've had some funny third keepers, haven't we?
So looking at the goalkeepers, are you happy? Do you think Areola will be number one? Do you think Fabianski could creep back in? Or?
That's how it started, isn't it? I think I don't know really. I think if Areola's performances maintain the way they've gone this season, he's going to be our number one, and Areola's going to play all the Fabianski's going to play all the cup games,
Europa League games. It's his time. He didn't play many Europe games, did he? He's never played a European game, I don't think.
He done that interview, didn't he, about how I'm not happy how it's happened in Poland, but you got to think, right? We had that cup glory last year. Areola was the man who got us there.
Yeah.
Could he be the man that plays in the cup and he might save a penalty? He might have a crucial moment in a game that actually leads to a trophy.
Yeah.
Surely he was gutted that he weren't on that pitch.
I do think so. I think Areola is arguably a bigger legend than Fabianski because of that cup run and the Europa League run. It's a big comment.
It's a big shout, but obviously Fab's given us some good years. He's been captain in certain games.
He's kept us up in loads of. Fab's been great, but I think Fab. It's almost like a fresh start. It's a different challenge. All the cup games, and I think the Europa League's exciting for him. So Absolutely. I'm happy with the keeper. I think Fab's got a good pre-season too. So.
So we'll go through the defenders. Let's actually sort of break. Well, let's run through them first. So Kufal, Johnson, Kehrer. You're looking at right backs there, really, and your right backs and centre half in Kehrer. Centre half, Zuma, Kehrer again, Agard, Mavropanos, Ogbonna, and even Cresswell to a certain extent.
He can slot in. Yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Not even talking about some of the young lads.
Some prospects.
Some players in there that could have even been pushed through. So, and you got Emerson on the left hand side, rotating with Cresswell. What do you think about that back line?
I think it's solid. I think I've also heard that Kufal is negotiating a new contract. Obviously, Stuchek come out quite a while ago now and signed that 4-year deal. It's not actually been announced yet, but I've read it has been done over the line. So I think that'll play a big part in it. I think Kufal's back to his best. I think he had a bit of a rough patch. I think he was carrying an injury, so chuffed that he's sticking around. Johnson, I think Johnson is one that it will be a filler for the cup games. I'm surprised in a way he didn't maybe get a move
on loan.
Yeah,
on loan. Championship games.
I've heard Luton might have been a possibility as well. But yeah, I think overall I'm happy. I think Kehrer, we haven't seen a lot of him. We've seen bits of him. He's been a bit like Lingard. It's been good or really bad.
I don't know why he gets so much hate, Kehrer. I think in his initial in his first sort of few months, very rash. But
it just shows passion, didn't he?
I think he was really committed. I quite liked his game. Yes, there's certain crucial moments in the game where you can't do that. I think there was that one where someone was clean through
challenges, handballs and stuff.
But he's a great player, squad player, and he's got experience. He's won the World Cup.
Yeah, and also we haven't mentioned it yet. He can play. Well, he's starting to be introduced into that number 6 role, that defensive midfielder role. So, or number 8. But it's just versatility, isn't it? You can play around all over.
You need that in today's game.
Yeah.
Zuma and Agard, they're going to be the back two throughout the season unless one of them gets injured, which is likely.
Mavropanos shows us what he's about. But yeah, I think so. I think it'll be Zuma and Agard for sure.
Yeah. Dino's obviously we haven't seen him play a minute in a West Ham shirt yet. But
yeah, we haven't. Seems like he scores goals apparently. So we'll have to wait and see. Costs a bit of money.
Yeah. Fine wine, Oggy.
Ogbonna, I'm so happy he's sticking around. A bit of experience that we probably need in that back line. If you look at it, Kufal's probably got experience. Cresswell and Ogbonna really. The other one is in like West Ham, been there for a while. Zuma's obviously got loads of experience in the Premier League, along with Everton now. But yeah, overall I'm chuffed with it, mate. I think it's a solid back line. I think we started off great. It's just how we push on. The real test will be this weekend, next weekend against City and then Liverpool, really, to show how good we really are.
Yeah, it's going to be a daunting prospect, that's for sure. Okay, so and obviously Emerson left back. Do you think we could have done with another one? Because obviously Johnson, who can play either side. You've got Kehrer, who can play either side.
Yeah.
But then you're not really playing them in their natural positions. Obviously, Kostic was linked. Yeah, it is. Kostic was linked.
Yeah.
Last minute. Does that actually show that probably did need a left back?
I think the talk of Cresswell going, we definitely needed one if he left. But I think we're all right. I do think we're fine. I think if we've got good backup.
Could always play 4 now as left back.
Yeah, to be fair, he doesn't more Antonio at right back. But I think we're right. I think if Cresswell did leave, we'd have desperately needed one. I think Kostic would have been a great asset for Europe. But I think, looking at the last few seasons, this is probably one of the best, well-set defences I think we've had.
I think, look, I'll put this situation to you, right? Emerson gets injured.
Yeah, but Cresswell's done it for the last 10 years. I'm not worried, but he's lost his legs a bit. He hasn't he?
Yeah, he's losing his legs.
Yeah.
We're now playing in Europe again. We know his European history. I feel like Emerson played a massive part in the tournament last year.
Yeah,
I personally think we need another left back.
What you look comfortable with third choice? Sorry, Cresswell third choice. Yeah,
especially with his antics this summer. Not to say that he's years and years of service at West Ham. I don't have any doubts that he'll give 110% week in, week out.
Yeah,
training, warm ups, everything.
Yeah,
he's a professional, right? He's a player who's been with us for a long time. You saw his passion in that final.
Yeah.
But I think we needed another left back.
Yeah, I can't disagree, mate. I think I'd probably do agree, actually.
Moving on. Thomas Susek, Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, Connor Coventry, Lucas Paqueta, Pablo Fornals, Maxwell Cornet, Saïd Benrahma, Mohamed Kudus, and
the King.
J-Bo.
The King, mate. The legend, yeah. Looking at that, obviously, again, you can probably mention Lingard in that midfield too.
He's on the old
probably slot in there. We'll get into that. But overall, I think looking at them again, it's just a stacked midfield. I mean, obviously we lost Declan Rice, but we've really done well, I think, and we've replaced him, as good as we possibly could have. You've got the Ward-Prowse experience, you've got the Alvarez, who as I mentioned, from what I've seen so far, looks as good as Declan Rice.
Yeah.
And obviously
Kudus Connor Coventry as well. He's obviously twice the player that Rice will ever be. But he's one of them, and I feel like Coventry. He's in the squad. If Downs was in the squad, he would have been left out, and he'd have definitely been sold. Yeah. I find it a shame. People like George Clough and Connor Coventry, but they obviously
love the club.
And they don't obviously play to be playing. But strange one, but he's there. Paqueta.
Yeah, Paqueta, we're lucky he's there. I think the Betway thing did us a bit of a favour, gave us a bit of a delay on his transfer.
He'd have been gone. He'd have been gone.
He'd have been in the City shirt instead Nunes went.
Yeah.
If we can hold on to him, look at I think when we do this review next season, he won't be in that midfield anymore. I think he'd have gone. Yeah, I think he'd have gone or been absolutely done with the old betting.
Even if we're top 4 and Europa League champions.
Yeah, then he's staying. But that's a real optimistic one. And yeah, I think Kudus scored again for Ghana today. Did you see that? Yeah, he scored a free kick today in his first game back. So he's going to be on fire this season, and I think it's a fantastic midfield. We've got a lot of attacking flair. Yeah. We've got the holding midfielders, and we've got the revelation of Soucek this season. He's going to be back with a bang. I'm telling you now.
Soucek. Kudus here, Bowen. We know what Bowen's doing. He's, goals and assists this season already.
Yeah.
I can't believe he never got in the squad. I keep talking about it. It's just outrageous.
Yeah.
And get people, and all these young lads end up getting in the squad as well.
Yeah. It's
fuming.
Yeah.
Fuming. And look at these long list of attackers at the end.
Yeah.
I know Jared Bowen, Kudus, Benrahma even. You can mix
true. Yeah.
Come on, man. Antonio, 30-odd-year-old, yes, he's had a flying start to the season. But what happens because he has dry spells?
Yeah.
Let's hope he don't this season.
Dodgy hamstrings.
Mind you, he has been using that old sort of heater. He's doing when he's on the bench or warming up. He'll have like heated pads on his thighs, so I'm sure he's going to change them. But Danny Ings.
We know what you get from him. In the 6-yard box, he's unbelievable, but we don't really get into the 6-yard box without relying on our striker to hold the ball up. So
we don't. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Right. You play top, he's a dream striker to have.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a Moyes player, in my opinion.
No.
He's not.
I agree, yeah.
He would have enjoyed playing against Luton because we had the ball and we had to, we had 70% possession.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we had a lot of possession. Yeah.
So I think he would have thrived on that. He'd have been in and around the 6-yard box looking for tap-ins. I mean, how many times did Antonio get in behind the defence for that 6-yard box?
Antonio didn't have his best game against Luton, really. It could have been a Danny Ings game.
I'd rather have an off game against Luton.
100%. He can't maintain that performance week in, week out.
No. And then Divine Mubama. although we haven't got many.
Could he have gone out on loan? Do you think he should have gone out on loan?
Championship, it's a dangerous world. Freddie Potter's gone to League One.
He had a good pre-season as well. But yeah, I do think he could have done a job out of that. I remember when Grady Lingard went to West Brom that season out on loan and performed really well. And shame we didn't keep him at the time. But
he's doing nothing.
No, but you looked at that season. If we maybe kept him, it could have been a different story. Should he have got first team? He hasn't had much men's football experience.
Divine.
Yeah, I think he could have maybe, done well with that.
The thing is, I look at Evan Ferguson, right?
Younger than him, I think.
He's 18 years old. Yeah, like you say, a year younger. Obviously, clearly, he's a better player than Obama
because we've not seen much of him.
Yeah, but I feel like there's been games Obama's played, and he's had an impact, but he's
worked hard.
He's not had that killer instinct. Evan Ferguson, that game against Newcastle last week was outrageous. I had him on my bench, right? I'd have gone into the top 20,000 in the game if I had Ferguson on the pitch. I'd have hit like 96 points.
Really, yeah.
Gutted. But look, Ferguson's a quality player, and I just hope Obama gets more chances this year. Obama's waiting for those European.
He scored a couple, didn't he? He scored a couple last time. One went down his own goal, but he scored one in the penalty area.
He's waiting on the group stages, and he's waiting on an Ings injury.
Yeah,
let's be honest here.
Yeah, you're
Ings
right.
gets injured.
Antonio's tired. Yeah.
Who's playing? It's Obama.
Or if he tucks in Bowen down the middle, you've got to hope Moyes gives him a chance at the end of the day. Yeah, you've got to. And obviously, then you've got Lingard. So
yeah, but even then, I think he probably would do what you just said. He probably put
Bowen in the middle. Yeah,
but you put Obama up there in the last 20.
Yeah,
that's the chance he needs. Right. I don't know why he's laughing.
Lingard. Right. We've got to mention Lingard. So
Lingard.
It's all but confirmed that he's going to probably sign for us. We say this now. He'll probably move on to
he's going
to team in Saudi Arabia.
But he could end up at Galatasaray, couldn't he?
Could do, yeah. With Zaha. But yeah, we've gone through Lingard. I think he'll be a player. Obviously, he misses out on the Europa League group stage. But yeah, and there's just one quick thing to mention, like ones to watch. So who do you think is going to be the one that maybe surprises a lot of us this season? Maybe a new signing or a current squad member?
One to watch. CC, Conor Kovacic. No, I'm only playing. Sorry, Conor. One to watch this season for me is going to be Alvarez. I think he's consistent. I think his performances are going to just be so consistent. At the moment, he's being overshadowed by James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
So you asked me what my favourite signing is. It's going to be Ward-Prowse.
Goals
and assists. Right? That's what we love as football fans. But I think Alvarez, people who West Ham fans all appreciate what Declan Rice did. The world is now seeing it because Arsenal put him on a different pedestal. Right. But I feel like we will start seeing those things with Alvarez.
I totally agree.
The composure, the captain attitude in the middle. I'm looking forward to watching him week in, week out this season. I think he's my one to watch.
It's not a bad shout. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I think for me, it's Emerson. I think last season Emerson was okay, but the cup final was unbelievable against Fiorentina. But I think if we played that last season, we played the counter-attacking style.
Yeah.
And this season, with Emerson being introduced to that style, I think we sit back quite a lot, and he's really good at just getting us out of that kind of defensive mode and driving forward with the ball. I think his end product's been quite good. He scored against Luton. It was offside.
Antonio
good link up. And he also won a penalty against Chelsea.
Yeah,
not forget. So
I think that's a good shout. I think when you said it at the start, I was kind of a bit like, but you made some good point. I think actually, I think he's a big player.
No, I totally agree. Yeah. TV's gone off. That only means one thing.
Does.
End
of the sesh.
End of the vid. End of the vid. Let me turn the TV off. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Again, let us know your ones to watch in the comments below. But on that note, subscribe, like, turn notifications off. Turn them on. Don't turn the notifications off.
Just trying to
turn them on. I said off.
Right.
Yeah.
Boom. Thanks for watching, guys. And if this goes up before our live this evening at 9 o'clock, tune in on the West Ham Network YouTube channel. Yes. We will be live talking all things stopping Haaland.
Come on.